Listen, let's talk about Real Madrid because at this point, it's no longer just a bad moment. It's a full-blown crisis that everybody can feel. And honestly, I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or just sit down quietly because the whole situation is turning into a drama series. I laughed the other day when someone said, relax, it's just a phase. My brother, this is not a phase. This is Real Madrid. Every phase comes with consequences. Right now, Xabi Alonso is working on a very thin line, tiny line, and the crazy part is that just 1 month ago, people were talking about him like he was the next long-term project at Real Madrid, the man to take Madrid into the future. But football is very wicked, and in a short period, everything has stripped away. The defeats to Celta and Manchester City didn't just host the fans, they opened the eyes of the board. And once that boardroom starts asking questions, you already know trouble is coming. You understand? Let me tell you the truth. Real Madrid are not physically okay. You can see it in their legs. You can see it in their duels. You can see it in the way they failed in the second half. And even though I'm not an insider at Bernabéu, we all know that when a team looks tired, the analysis becomes brutal behind closed doors. And that's exactly what is happening now at Real Madrid. The staff are looking at the numbers, the distances covered, the intensity stats, and they are shaking their heads because Barcelona have outperformed Madrid by 9 points in the last 5 leagues. You understand? And if that doesn't shock you, nothing will. And here's the thing that annoys me most. Xabi's team doesn't just look tired. They look lost. And they look like a team searching for rhymes, searching for belief, searching for a spark. At this point, even the fans at the Bernabéu have started showing their frustration. And when the Bernabéu reacts, you cannot ignore it. You can pretend like you didn't hear them. But trust me, the board heard it loudly. And if there's anything Real Madrid hates more than losing, it's the fans turning against what they are watching. The truth is very simple. It's very simple. Xabi Alonso has improved the atmosphere. Yes, we understand. The players like him. Yes, they really like him. The dressing room is calm. Yes. But none of that means anything when the performances are flat and the results are so disappointing. This is Real Madrid, not a charity organization. You can't come here and tell them we are trying. Try is not enough. Madrid wants execution. Madrid wants dominance. Madrid wants results. They want to see it, the result. And right now, those things are missing in Real Madrid. You know what makes this situation even heavier? The next few games will decide Xabi Alonso's job. That's not me exaggerating, no. That's the reality inside the club. They are literally evaluating him match by match. Win this one, okay. Lose the next, problem. Drop points again, big problem. Then gone Sevilla. If Sevilla decide to spoil the party, my brother, pack your bags because at this moment, the club is not patient. They are waiting for an excuse. And let's talk about the players because honestly, they are not innocent in this mess at Real Madrid. You cannot tell me that a squad like this with world-class names should be struggling this hard. The physical drop is shocking. And the funniest part, when Vinicius got bold, people were acting surprised. I laugh. This is Real Madrid. The fans will boo you. Even if they lose, they love you. You understand? Support doesn't mean silence. They expect standards. And if those standards drop, they will let you know immediately. But here's the interesting part. The club still believes in Vinicius. They want him to push harder, to sharpen his decision. For instance, to improve his finishing, to show responsibility. And it's not just him. Every single player has been told to step up. Not quietly, not later. Now, you know what I find crazy? Just a few weeks ago, Real Madrid were sitting comfortably, feeling like they were in control. That comfort is gone. You understand? They don't have it anymore. It has disappeared like it never existed. And the worst part, you can see that panic starting to creep into their game. You can see the hesitation. You can see the fear of losing. And when a team plays with fear, you don't need a prophet to tell you something is wrong. Now, let's talk about Manchester City because I was surprised. That game exposed Real Madrid in a ways that should never happen. And this wasn't even the powerful, terrifying Manchester City before, you understand, that we were used to. This was a version of Manchester City that is still trying to rediscover their identity. You understand? Man City are not informed. And Madrid still couldn't match them. That's when I said, okay, this problem is deeper. Because if you cannot handle a weakened City, how do you want to win the Champions League? Then Barcelona came and showed levels. And you know how bitter Madridistas get when Barcelona looks better. That 9-point difference in recent league form did not go unnoticed. Trust me, the board saw it, the fans saw it, the players felt it, and Xabi Alonso is carrying that weight on his shoulders alone. Right now, you understand? He's the one carrying it because he has to cover the 9-point difference. Let me ask you a question. Do you honestly believe this squad, in this current physical condition, with these confident levels, suddenly turn everything around? I'm not saying they can't, but the evidence is not convincing. And that's exactly why the board is nervous. They want improvement, they want energy, they want intensity, but the legs are not responding. This brings us to the big question: will Xabi Alonso survive? I'm not going to lie, it's 50-50. Because even though the players like him, the board likes him, the fans respect him, the results don't care about any of that. Football is cruel, and Real Madrid is even crueler. One more slip and everything could collapse. But here's the truth: if they sack him, the domino effect could destabilize the whole club. And you know, Real Madrid, when they make a change, the whole ecosystem shifts, confidence drops, pressure increases, everything becomes tense. So the club is trying hard not to rush, but waiting is becoming harder and harder as the performances keep racing ice blues. The upcoming game against Alex is not just a game, it's a verdict. Whether he stays or whether he goes might depend on what happens in that 90 minutes. And even if he wins, the scrutiny won't stop. Every match is now a courtroom, and Xabi is the one on trial. This is where Madrid must decide: stick with the process or pull the trigger. Because right now, the situation is concerning. Very concerning. And if they don't fix the breathing, this season could become a disaster. The privileged position they had is gone. The physical condition is poor. The fans are restless. The board is losing patience. And Xabi Alonso is working on a tight rope, you understand? That is getting that thinner every week, because where he's working, let's say the space is getting like closer every week, you understand? So you have to decide. The question remains: can this team fight back, or is the end already written? Let me know what you think. Should Real Madrid trust the process and give Xabi more time, or should they act before things get worse? Tell me in the comment. And if you love deep, honest, fearless football analysis like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't watch and go. Join the community. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. More breakdowns are coming ahead. For now, thank you for watching. I'll come back here and tell you the next thing that happens at Madrid. Bye.